Hi folks, it's Key of W with Gemcraft again. So I guess it's time to actually make some progress over on this side of the map. Um, I also want to be very cognizant of my time. Like, I am perfectly happy, I guess, as my own individual to spend an hour on every single level. But there is a certain point at which I guess I feel like I need to get this done. Um, so let's just jump right into P1. This is the area we're going to go next. It has a skill I want. We're going to clear it out, etc., etc. And I'm going to decide there's two types of levels. One type of level, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to get as many XP points, whatever, as I want or as I can, and we'll spend 17 million years in the level. And then there's some other ones I go, it's not worth it. We're not going to get a super high number anyway. Let's just get through the level quickly and move on. So it'll be those. And in the long levels, this might be one of them because of that chain hit gem. We basically say, okay, I either film all of it and you just watch all of it, or we do some clever editing. I usually do not like... Oh, hold on. How am I going to do this? Have people come out here? No. Let's block this off. And here... Let me see. Let's block this. I want to block it for now. And we're going to put... We're going to make a couple of these. Do I need to make a second one of these? Probably. Let's make a second one for now. Let's do that. Let's at least make that up there. Let's get some mana. I know we're gonna have. I know we're gonna also have these bombed. So let's see how much we got left. Enemies want to go through this little path. We got lots of towers, but I'm not using them to kill the enemies. I'm going to use it instead to build a lot of traps. Like this. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, like, on a level like this, I usually don't like editing my videos in general because, I don't want... I don't know. Sometimes over-edited channels that I've seen, it comes across... You know, it's kind of fake. It doesn't look like this is the player really playing the game. I mean, it depends on the channel, but I guess if I was doing a blind playthrough, you'd want to cut out all the mistakes and stuff. But in this sort of case, cutting out too much is like, well, why am I playing the game anyway? Why are you watching? You're here to see what it's like to play the game, and this is what it is like to play the game. Make at least 8 of these traps. I'm not sure how many more. Actually, make more. Yeah, so overdo it. We're gonna go all in on this level. And then here, what I'm gonna do is actually move these over, I think. We're going to put our amplifiers there. Anyway, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say things and do this at the same time. The general gist, I want you to see what I'm actually doing. So I don't like editing. However, in some cases I have done editing. For example, on levels that I screw up really bad, need to redo, you don't want to see the whole level all over again. We've already seen that. There's some other cases where I cut things out simply because we don't need to see the same thing multiple times. That's the idea behind cutting the feed. So if we know how this level's going to go, we get far enough in, I might do something like fast forward the video. Or cut bits out. I don't know. I don't like cutting bits out. Might fast forward so that it's not, well, to me it'd be an hour long, but for you it's just going to be more like 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's the idea. Once we get to a point at which it's like, it's very clear how this level's going to go, we should probably upgrade these. This one's going to have a very short range. This one, however, is going to have a much bigger range because it can. And then I do want to have a trap here, but it's not going to be as good as the others. Oh, hold on. Let me put some of these in the traps. Get 13 gem. Let's get this. Anyway, I'm going to be bombing these waves more than once now to get a lot of monsters on the screen. It'll get our XP up really fast. That's the idea. Monsters are dying even from these traps, probably because the traps are getting stronger as I get more mana. Alright. And then we're going to put some more around here. Anyway, that's how that will go. Oh, level 15. We on the beam spell. Let's have this one ignore armor. So yeah. I think in one of the levels I put a ton of these traps down, and I don't think that's super helpful. I think I only want a couple of the trap killing gems. And then let's upgrade this. Alright. Got my setup going. So this is fine. Let's get our gems here. I feel like we're going to need... Yeah, we're going to keep this pretty low. That's the basic gist of the level. This should go up to level 16 just in case. That's fine. Harry beams, put beams here and there. I feel like now the rest of these can be at least level 6. Oops. I want to be careful it's not too high because I actually don't want the enemies to die before they reach the other one. There we go. And then that's that. But we're going to start to run into slowdown pretty quick because the number of enemies is going to go through the roof. And then let's get... I'm going to put a nice old slowing gem here. And the purpose of this guy... Well, he's going to do a lot of damage right now, so I want to keep him doing this. But if an enemy is slowed down, they're going to get hit more times by the traps. Which makes more mana for me. 20. Alright, this range is going to go through the roof. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just make sure you keep it there. I mean, at this point, the amplifiers here aren't really to make the gem more powerful on its own. Yeah, sure, 14,000 to maximum damage is a lot. Man, there's a lot of explosions happening. It's the firing speed that I want. Alright, let's see. Oops, a lot of gem bombs there. I just made 77 beacons doing this. That wasn't very smart. Alright, I'll clear the beacons out eventually. With this guy. It'll be fine. Let's see, over here. Let's get every gem to at least level 8. That'll be fine. Okay. Now we got the beacons happening. This is not a great spot for a beacon. I want to make sure all those enemies are dead before I actually clear out the beacons. And we're getting some slowdown, just as I predicted. Alright, structure, get rid of all these. There we go, and get rid of the rest. There we go. Cool. Fix my mistake. Alright, let's bring this up. That should give me a lot of shields going on here. So now the amount of damage we're doing, I can bring this up a bit. Maybe that was too strong. Well, actually, I think the traps are a little too strong. That might be it. Oh, it's way over there. No one's gonna get that. Let's bump up again. Eventually they'll be strong enough that they'll get all the way through the rest of these traps here. That's really what I want. I got that. Lol. Up. That should be level 25. We should get this one up. Sure. I think it's time as well. What they got HP-wise, 1,000,000. We can start doing this. Which will really not help with the slowdown. I think this will get me a lot of XP. Let's look up here. Yeah, we got 28 million before we even get to the end of the level. Now, 28 million is not a lot compared to what we've been getting sort of in our records. But usually by the end of the level, we have a pretty low number, and then it's the endless mode that bumps it really high. So what's doing it here for us is we're bombing so many of these, we're getting 500, 600, almost 1,000 enemies every single wave. So yeah, look at that XP. If the XP gained is 1,000 XP and we've got 500 enemies, like, do the math. And then of course we're getting all that extra mana from them too. So let's say... Wait, hold on. Let's put the beam spell back in these. We want to get extra, even more mana for these guys. Feels like I gotta yell over this. It's so loud. But this is the basic idea for how we get through this. These other gems... And actually, I think level 16 will be fine. Hold on, slow down. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. How about this guy? Oh, now the traps are killing them. Okay, so we gotta wait till they get stronger again. There we go. Okay, they're starting to break through. They're getting strong enough. Let's make a duplicate here. Get some more XP. Where are we XP-wise? ×2? Add another 25% to that. I think there's a cap on this spark. The most I can add is 50%. So anything above that, I don't need to worry about making a gem. There's a cap on how big the gem I drop on that spark is. That's the sound of joy. Get that one up. The slowing gem is doing what it needs to do. There actually might be a use to adding some skill points to the slowing gems now, because you see it's topped out at 5 seconds. Upgrading the gem doesn't increase the time. To increase the time, I need to put skill points into it. Okay. Man. Just keeps going, doesn't it? Where'd that guy come from? No worries about that. Cleansing beacon at the beginning is totally fine. Let's make sure these are up to speed. You know what? I'll bet that level 30. Get that a start. Enemies haven't reached that point yet, but they will. So yeah, I haven't finished the level, already getting toward that 100 million mark. We might actually hit it. Might actually hit that 100 million. Do I want? Let me drop this. Minus 126% building costs. It'll make free amplifiers, which I don't really need at the moment. Do I want this? Firing randomly still is fine. I want, actually, these guys aren't doing, let's bump these up so they steal more mana. And I keep forgetting to enchant the traps with beam spell. How are we on beam spell? This is one I feel would be useful to have at the max level. The charging time would be ridiculously low. I could trap all, or enhance all the traps as well as constantly have these mana gems beaming. Let's go here. There. Seems about right. I should probably look into, hold on, I should look into killing that guy. Special entities. Alright, come on. Kill the guy, it'll be only a moment. Yeah, he's going down. And there. Let's get these. Yep, we'll be finishing the level pretty soon. So yeah, that's just, 15 to 20 minutes of this one level, which is a lot. But when I get to endless mode, I want to make this level into something, so I'm gonna probably just kind of breeze through endless mode and then catch you up once we get toward the end of the level. You'll see exactly what I want to be doing here. Oh hey, look at that. Alright. I could probably upgrade some gems with all this going on. There we go. I'll wait till they're all done and I'll take care of that kind of stuff. Alright. So, almost 100 million just from the first part of the level. Then we're going to go to endless mode. Hey, what's this? This is the place where it all began. The wizards, grown greedy and corrupted, regularly summoned demons to enslave them. But one of the summoning rituals resulted in bringing the Forgotten to our world. Ever since then, we fight her desperately to no end. We don't know any way to kill her, only to seal her temporarily with a gem of eternity. But she always gets free after a few decades, after being forgotten. Just like the name. Anyway, we got a few of these. This looks pretty good. Those maybe. We'll see. We got a lot of fields happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into endurance mode. I'm probably going to speed up the video. We'll see if I remember to do that when it actually comes time to edit the video. But the idea is that I want to be able to put more than one level in the video. So we're going to do this. I'm going to do whatever it takes, and then I'm going to catch you up. I'm going to go back to normal speed when we get toward the end so I can tell you what's happening. Anyway, here we go. Okay, we're back. I don't know if this is quite death yet. Nope, it's not. Okay, I thought for a second, like, that was it. Oh. Where'd they escape to? Ah, I must have missed something. I got a couple little swarmlings that were just strong enough. Well, that's going to blow here. But this is a pretty good amount of points, I would say. 600, 700 million. So I think at this point, send them all. Let's go. Let's get as many XP as I can from the remainder. They're going to overwhelm me very shortly, but I'm just going to do this. And since they're not enraged waves, there's fewer enemies. So they're going to get through eventually. Actually, pretty soon, I think. We're looking, yeah. I just want to get this up a little higher. Will it go to 750 mil? E22 is going to be pretty much unstoppable here. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's call it here. So hopefully that ended up being a lot shorter than original. Oh, hold on, another one of these. They're not that great. We'll look at those. So you see how it will go. Hopefully to keep the videos within a reasonable time frame. Yeah, a few level ups. Where are we at? Achievements. I wonder if there's any of these I can do. Banish a monster. This is one I'd go for specifically. This would... I probably could do this. Fill all inventory slots with gems. I don't have this one yet. I feel like I can do that one pretty easily. Anyway. So let's not bother with... On the corner fragments, it's got to be at least in the 40s on level. This one doesn't have XP on it. So this one will be good. Let's upgrade it all the way. We got 6 XP gained. Quite a bit of good stuff, which is going to be better than that for sure. And then in here, we could get better than one of the ones here, and we do. It's going to be better than that, so let's pull this in. Now our XP gain 65%, I think is good. Let's head to this vision field, because now we're going to do the same level, but 99 waves versions of it, only orange and red. Let's see. I don't need to worry about my skills because I don't use them in this level. Okay, how do I want to do this one? Let's start with... this guy's got to go somehow. Let's make it... They're going to be going through this. Let's see. Let's block here. Enemies are going to come through this way. We're going to fill these summoning nodes. This is like that one level we did before, right? Yeah, so we got to activate by doing all the summoning nodes. Then once we've done these, we're going to destroy this wall, have them come the other way so we can get the top ones, and then we'll block this off. So we'll start by blocking this. We'll make it this happen. We got to make sure that we destroy these. So we'll start with these, and then I'm going to upgrade this one a lot higher, level 8. Will it destroy this thing? I hope so. I would also like to be gem bombing here. Just give myself a little bit extra. Anything I want to do here? Maybe this should go up just a tad, but I want this guy. How much? These are going to be full price. So we'll make one of these, and then we'll make the that up. So hopefully, there we go. Okay, gets rid of that. Now, Gem Bomb grade 4, all these high grades. I need to be doing cursed monsters. So I'm going to need to send a lot of monsters at once I get my curse status up really high. I want to have big old chunks of monsters. So Gem Bombing will give me more monsters, and other stuff will give me more monsters. So no. Okay. It's a little higher. Let's... I mean, mana leeching on this is really not giving me a lot. That's really not going to help cut the price of this stuff. Let's send all of you. So all of you go, because I'll have my curse at level 2 by that point. And then we'll start the curse somewhere around her here once I get those monsters coming out. What if I missed the thing. That is embarrassing. Well, that's a waste of mana. Let's go here. Let's get a few cursed monsters. That'll get some of these charged. That's what I like to see. Trying to flood the zone. There's just not that many monsters flooding in. It's still a bit worrisome here. I might be giving myself a little bit of trouble. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to give myself a little bit of that. Still somehow no banishments because I'm okay here. Anyway, pay attention to these guys. Let's get these charged. Let's get this one bolted on. Let's get that charged again. Alright, how much more? A little bit more and get this level 9, which will really help. I feel like more amplifiers on the gem will help as well. So what do we got here? 44% on that one. This one will probably be filled first. Once you run out of barrage, let's send a couple waves. It just feels like they bunch up here rather than there. I want them to bunch up here so we get a lot going, but it's not working in my favor at all. Yeah, like look how spread out they are here, but not there. I don't want them bunched here, I want them bunched up here. Not enough guys. My goodness. Alright, fine. I'll just send what I got. We'll get something here. This one will go up. Yeah, that's what we want. Let's bring this up a little bit as well. Let's get another one of these. Okay, this will be a nice bunch to use right here. So what do we got? 4. So we only have 99 waves to get this done or we're going to lose. I think we'll get it done in time. I don't think it's going to be too much of a challenge. But we are in a third of the way through. We haven't even done one of these yet. Send another couple. And there's a lot of guys there. So close up here. Yeah, these two are going to be ready very, very soon. Not give me anything. Just shadow cores, so not that helpful. I would need 46,000. That's possible to get. Okay. Oh, I don't have my curse up yet. Even though this is a really great spot to use the curse, I don't have it ready to go. Great, cool. Now they're all passed. This is simply a matter of timing, and I am way off on my timing. That's unfortunate. But I can fix this. Let's go. Send them. Go. This should get me both of these pretty soon. Make sure, yeah. And then these can all be sent. That one's done. That one's done. Excellent. So now with those done, I'm going to bomb that. People are going to start coming the other way. And this is going to be a problem for a second. Now I'm getting bunched up here, but I have a lot of mana in case they break through. Okay, that's fine. Now let's block that. They got to go around. And we're going to curse them coming this way. That's the objective. And I think this part will go a little faster, I hope. I'll upgrade the gem if and only if this is clear. Okay, that's better. Once these guys are cleared through, I don't have to deal with that as much. We're going to upgrade and go like that. How much they cost to banish? Only 182 to banish. The banishment cost is low. There's at least that. No point in doing any of these. Sparks aren't helpful. Okay, these guys are cleared, so it's just this level 10 gem. I think will be good. Send them. Alright. Now, this one... Yeah, we want to focus on this one first because it's going to be the hardest one to charge. Everyone's going to come through here, but not everyone's going to come through there. So let's get a good bunch of people charging that one. This should probably upgrade as well. Now, this would be the perfect time to charge if those guys were a little further out that way. How are we doing? These guys are a little scary. The chain hit is really nice in this level, I'll tell you that. Okay, let's try that. See if it... Not going to be all the way. I need a couple more. And these ones are just going to get charged on their own. I'm not going to have to worry about it too much. Okay, it's time to put up some special things. There's too many of them. How much would I need? I would need 92,000 mana to go to level 11. That's unlikely. Let's get some more speed on this. It's not going to be much speed. It's just going to be... But every little bit helps. This could be a good... Yeah, we're going to get a lot from this. We might actually charge this one up, will we? Hold on. It's going to be close. I don't think so. It's going to be just under. So I'm not going to worry too much about that one now, because it'll happen. It's time to focus on these ones here. Oh boy. Have I done any banishments? Still no banishments. Doesn't matter if there are banishments. It's fine. Let's see. I want to curse, but it doesn't want to be right here. It wants to be a little bit more there. Then this one will be done. This one will start going. This one... Yeah, the challenge here is you want to... This gem is going to be killing them, but if I flood the zone, I can charge this one pretty easily. Let's see. How are we doing? Let's get this one going. Because now there's too many guys. Now I'm banishing guys. This is not my favorite thing to have happen, but that's okay. Let's keep the curses going. I've got a lot of mana to burn. I wish I wasn't burning it, but that's okay. I would rather, I guess, the trade-off being I would rather deal with banishing a bunch of guys than... and the trade-off being I've made the cursing easier than have a situation where I'm keeping banishments from happening. I'm playing perfectly, but this isn't charging fast enough. I think part of this, well, this gem is not, even this level 10 gem isn't powerful enough. Uh-oh, it's going to kill the guys that I've cursed. That's going to make it bad. Not what I want. Okay. A couple more curses ought to do it. I don't think I need to send huge waves through. I think I can do it with these groups right here. And then once the cursing's happened, this one's going to happen soon, but not right away. Okay. Yeah, I wish I had a stronger gem, but I'm not sure how I'd get one. Even with the amount of I've spent I'm way under the 92,000 I need. Well, maybe I can not enrage the waves anymore. It's really not necessary. There we go. Let's let him clear those guys out, and then actually do send a couple like this, and then here we go. This will be done. This one is just in need of a little more time. Of course, I just gave myself a ton of banishments by doing that. But I think having them get past the monsters is good because if he's not getting past, the monsters get destroyed before the cursed monsters do anything. Like this. Will get me up a little bit. Won't get me up all the way, unfortunately. Yeah, at this point, the amount of mana I've spent on banishment is a problem. Alright, this is not good. But hey, it does give me a lot of achievements. Okay, give me something. Yeah, trouble is they're getting by too fast. If I flood the zone... Yeah, I'm going to die. I'm actually going to lose this level that I've never lost before. I've played this level about 5 times. And that will be embarrassing. Alright, I just need to curse this a couple more times, I think. I think I actually need 2 more layers of curses to make this work, which is going to be the problem. Yeah, I'm going to need another one of the curse things. I'm not going to survive it. That's going to suck. I'm going to lose. Wow. And right at the end, too. Look how close I was. Yep. Alright, well, I'm going to cut to when I win because I don't think you need to see this level twice. Alright, we're picking back up here. This is close to the end. So all 4 of these, this is closer to it, and I'm not as many waves in. I think I just got a little bit luckier with the placement of enemies. Maybe a little bit smarter with when I upgraded stuff. Either way, we seem to be in a much better position. I've got to just survive this little bit. I'm going to be dealing with the same problem as before, where enemies are going to be breaking through. But I need to wait till I have my curse charges up. And then flood the zone just to get this one. I'm going to wait till I have 2 curse charges ready to go so I can do them back to back. But it is going to be risky because I'm going to have... At least I get that achievement. Alright, here we go. I'm going to send 3 waves, which should be more than enough to kill me. What it's going to do is I'm going to send you. Let's get this charged. And this might be enough on its own. It's enough on its own. Good, we got it. That was what I was trying to do last time, was to flood and then charge, but I didn't get the charge high enough. And so apparently I have reenacted the Awakening of the Forgotten, which is going to give me almost nothing. Down there. That's okay. So, nope, it's skills-wise. Let's upgrade our skills because we have a lot. Let's see. What's a good one to put in? You know what? I'm actually going to put 3 points into the skill one. It's longer slowing gem effect, which means if we do our trick with the slowing gem, it's going to be more than 5 seconds. But it doesn't need to be much more. Just every little bit helps. I'm going to bump Fury up. You know what? Let's... You know what? All the way. Fury to the max. 45% XP bonus for monsters enter rage waves, and then they do all less. So I can put 1 more in because I've hopefully cut out all the stuff you don't need to see. And we'll see. Actually, this level, we're going to make a short level out of this one. We don't need to do much, do we? Actually, hold on. This level we might actually get a lot out of. So we'll see. Let's try. Let's do this one. Yeah, so it looks like it's a big confusing thing, but there's only 1 entrance. And what that means is we can enrage the waves, first of all. So we're going to get a lot more XP out of these guys. Yeah, look at that. 375 XP just right out of the gate. We're going to block all of these paths so there's just 1 way in. So I'm going to block with a thing here. And I'm going to block here, maybe? Let's actually put one over here. This is going to be a bigger kill gem thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a kill gem here. And there. This is going to be blocked, so enemies have to come through here. We want to block this way as well. Want everyone coming down here. And then, do I want them going around? Yes, I do. I want them going around this way, down the center. Let's try it that way, and I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't want enemies being able to go through anything else. They should be blocked in all other ways. These don't matter here. It's nice that they're giving me a little bit of extra mana gain bonus there, but that's not what they're there for. Then trap-wise, this will eventually just go. I'm not worried about this monster nest. We're just going to start right away with the traps. Just a bunch of those. Oop, I got an extra here. Guess I gotta fill it. Hold on. Well, we'll get some mana back pretty soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Build a bunch of these. I'm gonna overdo it on the traps today, and I mean I've been doing that since day one anyway. Did I not give myself enough range to take care of these guys? I might not give myself enough range. That is okay. Let's... They've just got a lot of shielding is what they've got. Because of this guy. That's why. So... Now if we kill more of them this way, I think we'll be good. There we go. Yeah. We want the trap to kill him. So the whole point of this level, my thing, is I'm just going to make the longest thing of mana traps. Stupidly long. Like there's no need for it to be this long. Part of it is, I think I'm going to get another achievement by doing this. Speaking of achievements. Let's go with that. Just wanted that achievement. But there's an achievement, I believe. Yeah. So, stupid amount of mana traps. Let us now... take care of the beacon. Beacon would be great to take care of, not the large chest, but that's fine. Alright. Okay, so now let's go to this gem. So you see the gist of how we're going to do this. I'm wondering... Oh, there's another one there. That's the idea. There we go. Those shield beacons are really nasty. I want to get rid of them. Now, let's get... This is going to be the tedious part, is all of the... the upgrading of the traps, because we have so many of them. But that'll do. And then let's get some in there. Let's get these. Might need to shrink the range on this a bit. Oh, we're good. Let's get that up. Should I put some beam traps in here? I should. Let's get that going. Actually... So this is stupid, but I love it. There we go. This one's going to need to be a very small range once I put all this here. Wise here. That's pretty good. Just gonna bump it up considerably. Yeah, let's get a tiny amount of range here. Alright, oop. Here with our level 16 gem hole. Let's see how much more mana we can get. You know, just the usual sorts of stuff you do when you're playing this game. So I've got... What's giving them all that much shielding? Here, hold on. Let's do it this way. Why are they all so shielded? There's no shield beacon. That's why are there so many shields here? What's causing it? What? Okay, the shadow. That's what it is. There we go. I must not have noticed him come in. So I was like, there's no way every single... There's no shielding over here. There we go. Anyway. Let's get that up a little. And then... we can listen to the beautiful sounds of success. Not that one, though. How many? We got 139 waves in this one. Ah, there's another shield beacon. No, thank you. Yeah. Let's, yeah, kill that guy before he does any other damage. Actually, hold on. structure. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yep, he already destroyed my walls. There we go. That's why I don't like spires. But there is a way, like the spires can be thwarted, like instead of walls, you build towers. So that way, they can't break those. Let's send this to random. Actually, hold on, let's set him here. Nice. There, put those in. Just an average, unchaotic day in the world of Gemcraft. This is more like what I want to see. Alright, so this guy, get that gem up a little higher. We should probably bring up the gems before it too, right? Let's bring this one up. Cool. I'll get that up. This one should be also higher. So the point here, let's get these around. Oh. So having a level 22 I'm bombing with might seem a bit overkill, and you're right. But I just want this. This is just what I want to be doing with my life. It will give me more mana, of course, because the monster... Well, how much XP gain do we got? We've got a lot of XP per monster, and we've got like 1,000 monsters coming in at once, so that's fine. Let's grab one of these so we can do that. Just a normal level. This is what it's supposed to look like. How about this level 27 gem? We can, no, we don't have a lot of the stuff to bring it to a higher level quite yet. Yeah. But that Fury skill is really helpful here because when we enrage the monsters, they're actually about half as weak, or half as strong, twice as weak, I don't know how to say that, than they would be otherwise, because of that skill. So, if I didn't have the skill, besides having less XP, these monsters would probably be a little too tough for me doing this. Yep. This shrine is worthless. This shrine is worthless. What's happening here? But I will have a shrine in this middle section if I can. This is going to be my slowing gem. Hopefully you can hear me, because it's quite loud in my ears. And now They are too slow to escape my traps. Let's actually increase the power of these traps while we're at it. Yeah. I think these should be higher levels here. Cool, so we're almost done with the regular part of the level. Oh, I don't think I wanted to do that. Oh well. So I think I'm going to put my first one of these traps there. Oh, I haven't even put the beam powers on these. What am I thinking? I keep forgetting about that. Alright, so I'm going to take this one into endless mode for a bit. Kill 400 spawnlings. Oh, no, not another one of these guys. Okay, hold on. Can he reach all the way? Special. There we go. There we go. That fixes that. I'm going to take this to endless mode, see what happens. Man, a lot of shadows and spires and stuff in this level. Kind of getting on my nerves. There we go. And the game is no longer stuttering. That's great. Alright. So over 100 million just in the regular part of the level. Let's get to endless mode. Once again, I'm going to speed things up, so I will catch us back up once we reach the end of my time in endless mode. How's that sound? Okay, I'm going to bring us back here. So one of the issues I'm running into with this particular version is I'm sending so many monsters that they're kind of breaking through just because there's not enough bullets. There just is not enough of me to take them out. Oh, there's this guy too. Hold on. And, I mean, it's fine, I'm surviving, but I definitely am worried that I'm not going to be overrun, not because the enemies are impossible to kill, but I just can't kill them fast enough, because I don't have chain hit in this level. If I had chain hit, we'd be fine, because one shot from here would kill a whole stripe of them down there, but we don't have that. We just have regular hits. So when I put 3,000 enemies on the screen, I just don't have enough of me to go around to take care of them. So I started off by bombing every one of these waves 4 times. That's the max you can bomb before you start bringing beacons onto the board. But now I'm down to 2, so that there's fewer enemies on screen, because I could use fewer enemies on screen, I guess. But I feel like I'm reaching the end of what I can pull off here, because enemies now got E to the 16. I think damage-wise on this, actually damage-wise on this, I'm doing about E to the 17 or E to the 18. So I'm still ahead of the curve. Oops. But yeah, I don't need 3,000 guys on the screen. This is probably fine. Hold on. Yeah, let's bring that up as high as we can. This is not going to be great. See, the thing with the Shrines of Energy is at a certain point, like if I drop this in, this costs 178 million. I got 323,000, right? Like that's not good enough. As well as it's really not firing in the right direction. Shrine of Venom, what'll it do here? Yeah, that amount of venom damage spread out doesn't really do anything. But we'll finish this level pretty soon. Hopefully this video has been a sort of decent length. I mean, only 3 levels to get through, but I'm probably going to stop after this, because for me it's been 2 hours. I've been at this thing forever. Hopefully my video editing software can handle fast forward. It's not a great video editing software, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a different one, so there you go. Okay, now this is better. There's a lot less enemies on screen. But because I don't have chain hit, I can't handle a huge amount of enemies on screen, so I should probably keep it low. I don't know if you were watching this number, but at some point I think I had about 4,000 monsters on screen, and I can't take care of that many guys. So I'm just going to do this until I get maybe 1 billion XP, and we'll call that good. Let's throw this down. Easily get up the high. Oh, I got a shadow on board. Oh, hey there. Drop that. Let's go special entity. And he's dead. I don't need to attack there quite. Actually, maybe just keep things. There's just so many enemies on the field. And give myself some XP. I think we can get to that 1 million marker by the end of this level. That's the goal here. But yeah, E to the 18, it's starting to get to the point this guy is even struggling. And I can't get that much mana, even though I got 25 mana traps or whatever. They're not chain hit, so they're only doing 1 shot each. So it's far less than I'd get. If I had the chain hit, I'd probably, I don't know, orders of magnitude more mana. Like, the fact that I only have a level 38 gem this far into the level. If I had chain hit, I'd probably have 40-something on all these gems. Yep, they're breaking through. Yeah, I got another 1,000 guys on the screen. I should watch out for that. And that's the end. Okay, let's just go. Oh, dear. Least hit points. Go for it. We're gonna die. Woo! Okay, not quite 1 billion. There is a limit. Oh, hold on. Apparently that's fine. Nearest orb? Yeah. And we're gonna die. And we're gonna die. Any second now.
Well, now that I'm no longer enraging the waves, there's less enemies, so... Let's see if I can't bring this up to the next... thing. Yeah, I think the enemies also just have too much HP. That might be an issue. There's just nothing I can do about that at this point. They're just too strong. That's okay. How much... I really wanted to hit that billion mark, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to die pretty soon. But I think this is good enough for me. So let's end it. These are not going to be worth anything. Maybe this one, but I don't think so. Oh, that was 2 more achievements. It's not going to show up on the screen there, but there were 2 I never got any other practice run. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, the best one is here. So this one could potentially be better than this, and it looks like it is. 6 XP gained is good. So up to 71% XP. So yeah, that's what's giving me those really, really high numbers is what I want to see. And our level is high, so let's see. We're going to bump up. We still want these up even higher. Actually, let's bump those. Let's actually just go all the way to 50. All the way to 50. All the way to 40. That's where we'll set this. And we'll end it there. Just because even if I can somehow get this video to be shorter with some clever editing, I still had to sit there for 2 hours and play. And I just can't handle that. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to make another video later. Thanks so much for watching this one. And I will be back soon to take care of the rest of this field. Have a good one. Bye.